Relive some of Broadway's greatest hits at the Westport Country Playhouse this weekend. One of Broadway's biggest personalities, Debbie Gravitt, will deliver a dazzling review of beloved songs with a sassy style. Make it a healthy weekend and stop by the Coventry Winter Farmers Market. It's a place where more than 30 vendors featuring everything from locally grown produce, handcrafted soaps to freshly baked bread are on display. Imagine collecting fresh eggs from your very own flock but not sure where to begin. Don't miss Backyard Chicken 101 this Sunday at the Catherine Violet Hubbard Animal Sanctuary in Newtown. Saturday is also the monthly Collage Club meeting in Branford, a creative time for people of all ages to let their minds run wild. Relieve your stress by heading to Bridgeport this weekend. Comedian Michael Rappaport is headlining at the Stress Factory Comedy Club, and prepare to laugh out loud. Here's a winter favorite that's serving up comfort food and competition. The Freedom Road Harley-Davidson 2026 Chili and Mac Cook-Off is Saturday in Branford. Behind every powerful woman are more powerful women. Direct from Broadway comes the Tony Award-winning musical Suffs to Bushnell Theater in Hartford. And cruise along Long Island Sound to do some seal and bird watching. It's a 2-hour tour, but a lifetime of education about these federally protected marine mammals and their natural history. Hello and welcome to another edition of 8 Things to Do. I'm your host, Ken Houston. Today we're talking about a play that's taking place at the Bushnell Theater, and it's all about girl power. Joining us to talk more about this is Jenny Ashman. She's with the theater. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
The name of this play is Suffs. Yes. Explain the title and what the play is all about.
So Suffs was the nickname for the suffragist, the suffrage movement, and women getting the right to vote. In the early 1900s. It happened in 1920. It was ratified, but our show starts in 1913.
And I like one of the things that I read about this. Behind every great woman is
behind every powerful woman is even more powerful woman. Yes.
Yes, powerful women. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I like that. So kind of tell us about the play, how it starts, and take us on a bit of a journey.
Sure. Well, we start in 1913 with Carrie Chapman Catt, who is working with the suffrage movement and basically announces that we're at the 65th annual luncheon, showing how long we've been in this fight, how long we've been in this movement. And she comes up against Alice Paul, who is a younger suffragist who is coming in with new radical ideas, who wants to schedule a march on Washington, who wants to really pressure the president and the people in power. While Carrie Chapman Catt, who's of the old guard, is much more, we must be polite, we must be kind, we must be gentle. And it's these two women and their different approaches to getting the same goal.
So when you have people who come and see this play, particular women of a different age group, of a different generation, people who understand what went on during that time period, as opposed to a younger generation, how do they, what is their reaction to this particular production?
I mean, women of all ages have had a really strong reaction to this production because we have women of the generation who are fighting in the civil rights movement and fighting all this time, fighting for Roe v. Wade, fighting for women's rights. And people are really, I think, moved and they see themselves in it because today we're in a time where there are a lot of people fighting for a lot of really good things and everyone has a different approach to get there. And I think people are especially fascinated seeing the divisiveness within the fight within the party. I mean, because also we have Ida B. Wells and Mary Church Terrell, who are fighting for the Black women, who are completely written out of this history. If you learned about it in your history books, you probably didn't. Maybe you've heard of Ida B. Wells, but there are all these different factions coming together, and I think people are really touched because they see themselves in that. They see that today in politics.
So in the audience, are you seeing women cheering and screaming and the men sort of shrinking in their seats during this production?
The men I think are really empowered and I think really touched by the stories they didn't know and how much blood and sweat and tears went into this fight for this many decades. I think they're empowered by it and they want to be like, no, I'm here with you. But we see women cheering, we have women crying, we have people boo. I play President Woodrow Wilson in the show, so I'm one of the only male characters, and he's not the hero of the piece. So I get booed occasionally, I get hissed at. There's a lot of really strong reaction.
Boos and hisses. Only cheers here today, okay?
Okay.
Well, I really like the theme behind this particular production because I think it really Probably will encourage a younger generation to get involved in politics, to make sure that they go and vote and understanding the importance behind voting.
Absolutely, because it really shows the power of, I won't give anything away, but the power of a single voice, the power of a small group. And I think it's important in this time to look at a moment in our history where it felt like everything was against us. How is anything ever going to change? And it did.
Give
People
us
just had showing up.
give us an example of that change from that period up until today, how things have changed.
Oh, I mean, women couldn't own property, women couldn't have credit cards. I mean, white women in 1920 got the right to vote, but it wasn't until the 60s that all women of all races were able to vote. It's it's incremental. It's all of these little things, but I don't think everyone understands that until, the 1960s, women couldn't have a credit card. You had to have your father or your husband there to co-sign with you. They couldn't buy property. There's so many things we take for granted because of this moment and this movement in history, and we don't know any of these stories.
Okay, I know that you don't want to give too much away, but you've got to give me at least a high point within the show in terms of that really sets people off.
Oh, I mean, there's a moment where we're coming down to the vote at the end, uh, and a senator's mother has a moment that I will say is pretty shocking and spectacular. Harry's mom.
Shocking and spectacular. Is that
Yeah,
midway through or?
it's close to the end. It's close to the end, but I think it's because it's a story where you know what's going to happen, but you don't know how it's going to happen. And that's what's really exciting is seeing the little things that had to happen along the way to have this major moment of everyone getting to vote.
Right, everyone getting to vote, which is very important
Yes, it is.
during that time as well as in today's time as well.
Absolutely.
What's the one thing that you want the audience to take away from this, both men and women, and people of all ages?
That decisions are made by those who show up. That
I like that.
you have to take ownership. You have to stand up. You have to show up for what you believe in if you want to hold on to these things. If you want to have the right to speak, you have to speak.
All right, and we want people to show up for this play,
Yes.
SUPS. Tell us the time, dates, locations, all that good stuff.
We're at the Bushnell. I think it's 7:30 tonight through Saturday night. I think Sunday's a 1 and a 6. I think we've got a 2 o'clock on Saturday. But check the website. We are there until Sunday. We would love to see you there. I know it's cold out, but it's warm in the theater.
I like that. It's warm in the theater. Give us your email address, your website, excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Oh gosh, what is the website? It's probably suffs.com, but you know what? I've never suffsmusical.com.
Suffsmusical.com, and of course,
Yeah, SUFFS.
the viewers can go to our website, WTNH.com, and we'll link them to where they can go and get those tickets and find out more
Perfect.
information.
Great.
Well, Jenny, it's been a complete pleasure. Best of luck, and
Thank you.
go girls.
Go girls, go Suffs.
That's right.
All
Take
right.
care. Have a great
Thank you.
weekend.
Take care. You too.
You bet. Bye bye. Hello and welcome again to another edition of Eight Things to Do. I'm your host, Ken Houston, and today we're talking about the farmers market, the Winter's Farmer Market out in Coventry. And joining us right now to talk more about that is Stuart Hecht, and he is the Master Sergeant out there, I believe, if that's the correct title.
It's actually Market Master.
The Market Master, of course you are. Tell us all about this event and what people can expect once they arrive out there.
Sure. Well, first of all, the CWFM, Coventry Winter Farmers Market, we're a nonprofit, civically minded organization with 7 members on our board of directors. Now, we're in our 11th year, and I have been the Market Master. This is my 4th year. We're open from November through February on Sundays from 10 to 12:30. And it's an indoor market, so we occupy 41 spaces, of which we typically have over 30 different vendors each week.
Oh, that's nice. So, what type of food items can we expect, or any other item that might be up for sale?
Oh, we have a lot of people coming. So we have vendors, they include produce, mushrooms, breads and other baked goods, sauces, spices, honey, meats, eggs, pasta, ready-made meals, preserves and pickles, coffee, tea, juices, plants, even dog treats, popcorn and nuts, clothing, artisans, pottery, local authors. I'm telling you, we do it all. We have something for everybody.
Judging by these pictures that I'm looking at right now, you certainly do. Why do you think this is so popular? This is not the first rodeo for the market. You guys have been around for a little while.
Yeah, 11 years. It's our 11th. So we're different than the summer markets. The summer markets typically have more produce available because it's the growing season. Um, our market caters to people who are looking for something different, something to do in the winter months that is indoors where it's nice and warm. And, if it's raining out a little bit, you're going to be safe and dry inside.
And
So
kind of
we attract a different group of people.
Yes, I grew up going to these farmers markets both in the summer as well as in the winter. What does this actually mean for the farmer when they're able to sell their goods year round?
Well, it's a wonderful thing. As I said, we have, for instance, a mushroom vendor, and he grows his mushrooms year round and is able to produce a significant amount of variety of types. We have a farmer he's been farming it's been in his wife's family for 200 years. So, and he's got like 108 different varieties of apples, something you're just not going to find at a lot of markets. And that's why people come to us for something different.
All right, so in order to make sure that people can find you, give us the location, the time in which you're in operation again.
Sure. So our market is at the Coventry High School, obviously in Coventry, Connecticut. Be sure we've had vendors go to Coventry, Rhode Island by
Oh boy.
mistake. So we're in Coventry, Connecticut. Our market once again is open on Sundays from 10 to 12:30 through the end of February. We're really easy to get to. There's signs everywhere. You can't miss us. Plenty of parking, and it's accessible.
All right, Stuart Heck with the Coventry's Winters Farmers Market. Thank you very much
Yes.
for joining us today, and best of luck this weekend. Hopefully, the
Thank
weather
you,
will
Ken.
cooperate and you guys will have plenty of people coming through the door.
Oh, I hope so. You can check us out on our website at coventrywinterfarmersmarket.com.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining us
Thank you very
today.
much, Ken.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.